after in that moment, Steve saved, and that maybe just exemplifies the team that we are there for each other, and that was a good moment for us, and I'm very proud of the team.
Was it you that pulled him after that RSL goal to get him in the huddle? Ben mentioned that in the press conference. I don't know if it was you or Hector.
Yeah, I thought it was a great moment. I've done it before in my previous teams, and I just know sometimes that it helps. And at that moment, it was just so people would see each other's faces and just get on their toes, because it was a big moment. You know, they equalized, and we could have lost the game, but we didn't, and we stood put. And yeah, sometimes it works, and I think it was the right moment. And we have so many players that has experience, and I just used my experience in that sense. But in general, I think it was a game where we did okay. We had a lot of chances and half chances, and in the end, it would have been nice to put in a goal instead of going to PKs. But now we're here, and we're through.
You guys played for the home field. Was certainly felt in those PKs. What do you say about the ambience in the end?
No, it was good. It was nice to see the crowd behind the goal go crazy every time they had the shot, and I think it was important, and just to run down with Griff in the end, it was a very good moment for us.
Erik, talk to us about what this means for you and for the team.
I think it's very clear that this is a step on the way. We know we can do big things in this team. We have won one trophy, and now I think it's very obvious that we want to win more silverware. Why shouldn't we go all the way? I've said it before in many interviews that I believe in this team, and I believe in what we can achieve. So now we have a home advantage against SKC, and it's going to be a tough game. But again, if we can get a sold-out stadium this time, it will be great. So I really hope that the fans will be behind us, and we can get those 22,000 sold out.
Griffin called you a leader, as well as Steve. What do you think your role is on this team?
No, I'm just happy that I can contribute with the things that I have. I've played many games, and I've been in this situation multiple times in my career, so I get excited. I don't get nervous, but I get excited, and I think it was just important for us that everyone contributes to the things that they have in their kind of backpack. So of course, this is my role, and that's why I was brought in. It was to give, and I try to do that with all the other players that we have. I think we have a good group of experienced leaders, like paired with young, dynamic, growing players. So I think it's some of the rare moments that you have that kind of throughout a season, that you get that momentum going that fast, and it's a good group inside the field, but as well outside the group, and that's something that we cherish. It's important.
There were a lot of calls from the fans. Ref suck. Would you call tonight's calls excessive? And do you think that RSL piggybacked off of that because they came out real aggressive after the second half?
Oh, I think we saw it a little bit with RSL when we played them there. They wanted to bully us. They wanted to try to get at us. But I think we held our cool and didn't go on their kind of game plan. I think we stayed in what we needed to do and be reluctant, and if they pushed us down, we smiled at them and said, okay, you want to try that again, that's fine, it's not going to bother us. So in the end, I think we got the best of them, even though they tried to bully us.
Do you think it's a sigh of relief now that you don't go straight to PKs in this next round?
Yeah, I think so, because I think we are a team that can go also beyond that. I would, of course, prefer to do it before the extra time, but if that's the thing, then we've showed it before that we can do it. We showed it against RSL in the semifinals, and we have the physicalities to go above 90 minutes too.
How big of a lesson was the series? Win one at home, lose one away on penalties, and then win again here at home on penalties.
It says something that we are unbeaten as well, and we have been that for a very long time. As I recall, we're in good shape, we're in good form. That's what you want to go into the playoffs, to be in a good momentum. So that's what I'm going to take with us for the next game, that we're very hard to beat, especially at home. So I feel confident, and I feel that we have all the chances to do it, especially with our home crowds here.
You spoke about the players around you, Mikael, Dorsey, Escobar, your backline.
Yeah.
Talk to us about them.
No, but again today there were some critical moments where everyone showed their level. Griff with the game as it went by, he was, especially in the first half, is amazing going forward. He has an engine that I've never seen before. It's crazy how much capacity there is in those lungs. And then Mikael is just growing. I hope that we can keep him for a longer time, because I think there will be some clubs looking at him too. And Franco is just experienced. He plays out of position sometimes in the left, but he's grown into that role. So in general, I think our team contributes very well to each other's strengths, and that's what we saw today again.
These matches have always been very high foul, high yellow card.
Sorry?
These matches
Yeah.
against RSL have been very high aggressive, high penalty, high yellow card, high red card actually.
Yeah.
What do you think about just limiting to one tonight?
Was there only one?
Only one, and it was Corey, and it was a dissent.
Wow. I think just these games, everyone is on their toes. Everyone is a little bit extra attentive in all situations. So sometimes you would go into do a little bit harder because you really want it, and sometimes you get a yellow card, and that is the game sometimes. But again, I don't think it was kind of a ugly and ruthless game. Sometimes these yellow cards are on the balance towards something more orange, but I think it was okay in this game.
You can't get out of here without asking you about the jersey. Any special significance?
Obviously, it's my other club. I have two clubs, and that's Celtic and it's Midtjylland, and I just wanted to contribute, or like say that it means a lot to me, and I have Larsen on the back, and he's one of the best players that have been in the history of Celtic. So that's my other club besides Midtjylland. So sometimes I feel it's kind of cool to wear those jerseys, and I felt it was a good day to do.
Up next is I know you still got celebrating this win, but up next Kansas City, big rival, especially playoff history with this club. I don't know if it's necessarily Celtic Rangers, but just having that type of game up next, have y'all talked about it a little bit?
Not at the moment. We just want to get away from here and be happy about what we have achieved so far, and then when we go back in a couple of days, then all eyes is on how we're going to beat those.
Thanks, Erik.
Thank you, Erik.
guys.
Thank you.